How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse, and I'm here with Laura Thweatt, Saucony Pro athlete, 225 marathoner. Today, we are talking super shoes. We're in Boston, Massachusetts. And Laura, there's so many great super shoes now on the market. If we go back a few years ago, maybe there was only one shoe, the Endorphin Pro. That's where you started. Can you tell us about that journey and what that experience was like?
Yeah, I mean, up until the Olympic trials in 2020, I was racing in the Fast Twitch, which is a very different shoe. It's more of like a track flat, if you will. So when I first put the Endorphin Pro on, my mind was blown, and I was like, this is a completely different, like I'd never had a shoe like that on my foot before. So yeah, I debuted it at the trials, had a great race there, just missed the team. And then that's what I've been using, like the different iterations of it since, until this guy came into play. But yeah, the technology Saucony's coming out with their super shoes it's incredible to see what they've done in just 3 years time, really, since this hit the market.
Yeah, and you know, the Endorphin Pro really started it off with that Power Run PB foam, that PEBA-based compound that just had that magic feel. You felt that explosiveness, and it was a game changer. But, you know, we went through the different versions, 1 and 2, maybe a little bit lower stack. 3, we got even higher stack. Now, we've got the new Elite, max stack, and the new foam, the Power Run HG foam. How is the progression been going to this shoe?
Yeah, so when I first got like a prototype of this shoe last fall, it was pretty fun putting it on side by side to the Pro. I felt like my foot was kind of just like flat, kind of to the ground in the Pro, and then you put this on, you can obviously see like the toe spring in this shoe is, you know, it's very visible. You can feel that right away, and so I just felt like that alone was giving me such a different like propulsion in the shoe. I loved the way that it kind of hugged my foot, so it sits just really tight in that saddle. You can kind of just like feel that spring from the plate. And then the new foam is maybe a little firmer than the Pro 3, but honestly, I mean, it's still an incredibly soft shoe. And this guy just felt so much more aggressive to me as far as that technology goes, and kind of what else you see out there. And I was like, this one's gonna be a game changer for sure. And yeah, so far it has been.
Yeah, and I've heard that spoken about a few times about a little bit firmer than the Pro 3. Again, it's still a very soft foam, and I think that little bit of firmness adds to that efficiency. It allows you to just pop up out of that stride. And from an upper standpoint, I do feel like it's maybe a little less adaptive than the Pro, but I feel like that's what gives it that structure and really that locked in feel.
Yeah, exactly. I think that kind of adds to the aggression of the shoe, and just kind of the way it almost just instantly feels part of your foot. Like you've just kind of grown this like, you know, spring at the bottom. So yeah, it's been really fun to play with, and it's definitely gonna be my marathon shoe moving forward.
So we've got 2 fantastic super shoes in the lineup, but the real question is, what are you going to use each of them for in your training and your racing?
Yeah, so the Elite's definitely going to be my racer. I've done a half in it. I'll be doing Boston in it on Monday. So yeah, this is definitely going to be the big day shoe for me. The Pro is still a great shoe. There's a lot to be said for that shoe. So I'm definitely using that in more of training. I think the cool part with the technology is that, you know, you can do big miles, you can do big workouts in this type of technology, and the recovery the next day, you're just bouncing back so much quicker in training. So there's definitely a spot for the Pro in my training lineup, but the Elite is gonna be more of my race day shoe. Maybe 1 or 2 key marathon workouts in a build, but yeah, kind of saving this guy. Saving the magic for race day.
Well, Laura, so many great shoes to choose from. Long gone are the days where you only have one super shoe. Now we've got the Pro 3, the Elite. People at home are gonna have to try both of them on to see which one will work best for you. And the good news is, if you wanna get it on your own feet, you can find it here at Running Warehouse.